All right, folks, welcome back. Pushing the Potters, number 29, I believe. Apologies if that number's wrong. We're back for the run-in. 3 games, 3 massive games, and we start with some of the worst possible news we could do. Jack Butland will miss the rest of the season. He strained his knee ligaments in training just yesterday, and that means he's going to miss all 3 games, including the Champions League final and what we hope will be our title deciding fixtures. So it really is proving how thin the squad is. Areola is a decent goalkeeper, but up to the standard of Jack Butland, I'm not so sure. He'll be pleased. He might well find himself on a title-winning side. He'll make his Premier League debut today at home to Norwich City. Oh, dear Lord. You can see as well that Manchester City have jumped ahead. They obviously played in the lunchtime kickoff. You can see, or rather, we're the evening kickoff, so of course they've played. They comfortably beat Leicester 4-0, and Manchester United also drawing level with us on points, closing that goal difference gap with a 4-0 or a 2-1 win over Watford. 41? You join me in a state of shock, actually. 41 Premier League goals for Harry Kane this season. Alan Shearer, eat your heart out. 41. I mean, good Lord, calm yourself. For a team that's only scored... What? I mean, okay, yeah, he scored 99 goals. We were the top goal scorers, and then Tottenham seem to have absolutely obliterated some sides. Yeah. All right, whoever they've got in charge now. Still Poch. So, and they've got an Alan Ramsden. He seems quite good, doesn't he? Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We've got a lot to get through. We're playing Norwich City. They are a struggler, 39 points, safe from relegation. We played them earlier in the season. You can see some interesting players. They've got Gary Cahill, they've got Andre Gomez, Juanmi, and, other than that, they're beatable for us, especially at home. Just the big question mark over whether or not Areola is good enough. We're going to play... Oh, are we? I was going to put... it's the bench, isn't it? We're going to play Gibbs on the bench. Chalobah remains the only fit centre-half. Big John's nearly back to fitness. He's returning tomorrow. Shame he couldn't return today, isn't it? Just fancies an extra day off shopping. Sigurdsson will continue. In fact, no, he won't. Vlasic is going to play left side. I'm always about this, changing last second. So let's hope we can do the damage and get 3 points against Norwich, put us back on top of the table. Anyway, kicking off left to right. Norwich kicking the other way, naturally. And fingers crossed we can record. This is our final home game as well, so we want to see it off nicely and go set ourselves nicely up for a game against Palace, who've been the worst team in the league as well. So we've certainly got the nicer run. I assume we've got a nicer run. It's very difficult unless you're playing Derby and Palace. Although if Norwich score in the first minutes, that'll certainly be gutting as we launch it forward. There's nobody there to collect. So 16 minutes played then. Aaron Moy finds Ntep on the left side. Doesn't need vowels. Juanmi isolated, but finds back to Ntep. Juanmi finds Gomez, who strikes from range, and that's infuriating. You'd expect Jack Butland to deal with that. I mean, I know it's hit hard, but it's sort of straight at him. It's come very straight. It's come very long. He's got a lot of time to watch it. We're just not getting close enough, really. There, he's standing off. I mean, you can see there Ryan as well standing off, and Jack sort of seems to clutch at the thin air, trying to go for a paper bag. And that's ridiculous to be behind against Norwich to a shot from about 30 yards. They've only done that one item of attack. Anyway, Little John. Tellez now left side. Finds Mbula. Outside to Vlasic. Finds Lamar. He's sort of tackled and they managed to clear. Trippier picks it up. The man who made the mistake at Arsenal. Heading back from the halfway line. Still winds me right up. Lamar tackled again. And Juanmi brings it away. Little John steps in this time, though, not letting him get that much space. And Lamar is bringing it in. Is he going to shoot? He's going to shoot, isn't he? Straight into the side netting. We're not going to throw it away from here, are we? Finished second again, maybe even third, even though we've had the driving seats. Norwich City, really? A shot from that distance? Is that what's going to settle it? No, there's still plenty of time as they're playing very long to Juanmi. And I thought that was going to creep its way in as well. This is ridiculous. Come on. I'm shouting at him on the touchline. This is appalling, to be honest. This is one of the worst days of anyone's life, surely to God. First world problems. Juanmi, tackled. Right, come on, Berardi, build it now. You got right side, Trippier, move forward. He's been terrible the last couple of games. I don't know why I've stuck with him. Deflected, picked it up. Milik, can he be the man to carry us out? It finds... Vlasic has a strike deflected back and Moy can bring it away. They just seem to have more players than us. Here's Pritchard again. finds Juanmi. Go with him, Ryan. And he has a strange shot from an angle of no offering. But we've been appalling this first half. But we can come out of it with a goal. We do have a goal. We don't deserve a goal. Mbula heads in after Shawcross flicked it on. Strange goal, but we do have a draw at this stage. We don't deserve it. It puts us back on top. Puts us back in that driving seat, I suppose. You see there, Shawcross climbing nicely, flicks it on. Mbula just gives it a nudge and sends it beyond the despairing goalkeeper, and the two players on the line can do nothing. Appalling first half display in general. No real creativity. I'm going to have a right shout at them. Let's get back out there. Let's make this game ours, because that's not good enough. If we want to be champions, we can't be playing like this at home. We should be dispatching a team like Norwich City. No offence to Norwich fans, but we're better than Norwich, as we proved at the... I thought they were going to take another lead. We're just not picking the ball up. What is happening? Come on now. Mbula finds Lamar. We've got to work it now. We've got to create something. Tackled, but falls back to us. This is frustrating, isn't it? I've got a long way to go. Allen to Trippier. We're moving the ball okay now. Is Berardi, finds nice back heel, falls back to him. Take a lead, 2-1. Domenico Berardi, 16th of the season. They're claiming an offside. You talk to me about offsides. I talk to you about Jamie Vardy. And here's Berardi. He started the move here, linked it into Milik. I mean, I don't know what offside they're looking for, but Berardi slots in, keeper can get nowhere near it. So we do have a lead. It firmly puts us back in top spot, 87 points. We would only need a draw on the last day, which is a dangerous thing to say as always. So a few tired players then. Let's get Mbula off for Asasibar. We need fresh legs in the middle of the park. I think that's the thing. I think we've been a little bit leggy, and I think we're lacking the depth. It's going to be an interesting season. I'm going to bring Shalabar on. You know, I know. So Shalabar comes on. I'm tempted to switch it to a counter system just to make sure we secure the points, but I fear that by doing that would encourage Norwich to grow and actually try and assert some of their attacking prowess, if they've got any. Juanmi does seem quite capable on the ball, and we know about Intep. Is Tellez. Finds Shalabar to Asasibar. It's all the bars. I need Denver Bar now. Here's Asasibar. Crosses. Nobody there. Tellez. What's happening? It's a complete mess. Little John could have held it. Decided not to. Loses out. Asasibar there. I think we've seen the chance. Have we? No, we might not have. Here's Milik. That's a penalty surely to Grod. Poli Lozano gives away the penalty. A complete trip on Milik. Absolutely dead. Was it Berardi? Whoever it was. Berardi or Milik. Absolutely blindsided. We have a penalty to make it safe. We've had a few of these in the last 10 minutes of games, and we've never scored one. Can we score one today? It's going to be Berardi. He was the last guy to miss one. He does score this time. That makes it safe. We'll switch it up again. Let's get Sigurdsson on for Lamar. We need him for the last game away at Selhurst Park. And as soon as we're able, we'll switch it to counter at this point. Berardi, keeper goes the right way. Can't get near it. Great to see. So just a few minutes left. Well, few seconds left then. We've come through it. You could tell I was deeply frustrated at the performance, especially that goal that they scored in the first minute. Well, the first goal in the 17th minute. I thought it was going to be one of those days. It's turned out not to be that way, but I think we've been well below what we'd expect. The bar we've set ourselves this season, that wasn't a performance that I'd expect. But still, playing well, or rather not playing well, and still securing points. Dare I say, the mark of champions. We'll move straight on to that Palace game then. It is in a week's time, so we get a full week's rest. And obviously I'll give you any news tidbits that come our way. In the meantime, like you see there, Ryan Shawcross joins the injury list. He's going to be out for the rest of the season now. He might make it back for the Champions League final, actually. But either way, Big John is... Big John should be back for the Palace game, so that's not a huge problem. So here we are then, final day. Everyone plays at the same time. We're away at Palace, other title contenders. The two Manchester clubs playing at home at the same time. That's unlikely. Manchester City home to Newcastle and Manchester United at home to Tottenham. You'd expect hopefully, you'd expect all three sides to win their games, so we shouldn't actually see any change in the table. The other issues in the league are pretty much sorted. Palace are, actually, with a shout, I thought they were going to finish dead last. That's annoying. I thought they had nothing to play for, so they're going to be playing for their Premier League lives, which does make them a little bit more dangerous. Other than that, Derby County relegated, and it's quite an exciting day. So Burnley, Palace and Fulham are the three teams. One of them is going to stay up. It looks as though Burnley have potentially the easier final fixture, although it could be fun. You'd hope that we can beat Palace. That's all I'm saying. I keep I'm dodging around, I'm skirting around the subject, but let's hope that we can. You can see there their team, their expected side still includes Joe Ledley and Johan Kabay, so that, again, they're lacking sufficient pace, hopefully, to trouble us, but they've got Van Aanholt, who was quite quick on the left. As predicted, Ryan Shawcross is out. Big John returns to the side. He's great, so he's better than Shawcross, so that shouldn't be a problem. Still too many injuries. Afonso Areola conceded is the word that you use, a goal on his Premier League debut, a strange one from distance. Hopefully we won't have any such troubles today at Selhurst Park, but you can't discount it. It's going to be exciting. We're going to have latest scores up along with the Premier League table. I'm tense. I think you can tell that I just keep talking. Oh my God. I didn't think we were ever going to be this standard 4-4-2. We should be able to take advantage in a couple of players injured. So let's do this. Let's win this league. Let's win this title. Let's take it home. Let's wrap it in cotton wool. I think we only really need to keep an eye on. I know that we said a relegation, but we're only really interested in that top 3. So can we? We can there. I assume you all know the badges. If you don't, apologies. Vlasic off the. Oh no, he's hit the. He's offside anyway. That would have been a good start to the game for us. It's worth pointing out as we go past the half an hour mark with nothing happening. A point will do. A point without me well on top. A point will do. It'll guarantee us the title. Manchester United are leading, and Chelsea have they're not involved. Forget Chelsea. Manchester City are still being held, much like ourselves. Vlasic has taken a knock. He'll come off at half time for Sigurdsson. So as we get the second half underway, then I am tense. Manchester United are ahead, but Manchester City are the more immediate threat. It's unlikely that even if we lose, we'll still finish. As long as we don't lose heavily and Manchester United win triumphantly by a huge margin, it still shouldn't make any difference. So Manchester City take the lead. It's not enough. They need us to slip up, and I'm concerned that we may well do. As 70 minutes played and we've not really created, we need a goal. We almost got one in the first few minutes. We've done nothing since. And a long ball away. Big John cleans up. Mbula strides forward, loses out to Lundemo. Allen picks it up, saves him. No Trippier into Lamar. To Berardi, skips round his man. Can he cross? He can cross. Milik's there. We may have the goal that secures a Premier League title for the Potters. Takes us on to 90 points, ahead of 88 Man City and 87 Manchester United. See there, the turn of pace by Berardi, turns his man inside out, and he can't get back to prevent the cross. And Milik has the easy job of just side-footing past Mandanda. 70 minutes played. We are already on counter. If we weren't, we certainly would be. And what should we do? Should we be? Asasibar comes on, and we'll bring on Verlinden for Lamar, who's tiring. We certainly need to keep as much pace and energy in the side as we can do. But at this stage, we have got a cushion. And let's have a look at the two Manchester sides. Luckily, they're close together. Manchester United are thumping Tottenham, and Manchester City are dispatching quite comfortably with Newcastle. But that should be it. It's been a completely and utterly uninspiring fixture, you'd have to say. Sigurdsson puts the seal on it. The title is ours. The Premier League crown is certainly on its way to the Potteries. Fantastic stuff, to say the least. Oh my word. A boring game. A comfortable win. Crystal Palace will enjoy the championship, and we are going to certainly enjoy our status as Premier League English champions, and we don't need them anymore. Let's get that back. Let's see who is going down. We know it's going to be Palace and Fulham. Burnley save themselves on the final day. The ticker tape, very nice of Crystal Palace to load up the ticker tape cannons for us. I doubt they'd do that on a day they're relegated. They'd probably be more disappointed with their own showing than our title glory. So that is a Premier League title. You can see we've got some fantastic news. Vlasic, injury not too bad, 5 days, so he'll be back for the Champions League final. So there it is then. We wrap it up. The Premier League, 90 points. We finally, after 2 years of second place finishes and the one before that being a third place finish, we finally finish on top spot. 90 points this year. Fantastic times. Obviously, we didn't get anywhere near the top goal scorers, given Harry Kane's ridiculous haul of 42, as well as Welbeck and Rashford getting 24. I mean, when was the last time the top 3 goal scorers in the Premier League were English? Answers in the comments, because I don't know. Assist-wise, again, nowhere near. We have got Tellers up in the average ratings, Player of the matches, again, outside of that. Clean sheets, though, that's the key. Jack Butland, 21. Would have got more if he'd been fit. We're top of the injury table as well, along with Crystal Palace. Maybe that played a factor in the bit of a disjointed performance, really. Hopefully we'll have some of these back for the Champions League final. Not Dembele. We will have Vlasic back. We might have Shawcross back. We won't have Borthwick. We might do, actually. And we won't certainly have Butland. Oh, that's drained me, to be honest. I think what we'll do is, I mean, I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to say this was a Premier League episode. A fine Premier League win. I didn't expect it. I said last season that, quite honestly, it was just a case of trying to win as many trophies as we could. I didn't think we'd ever really be able to overhaul big teams like the Uniteds, the Cities, the Spurs, Arsenals, Chelseas, Liverpools. But we have done that. We finished on top of the pile. We deserve to have done that. You can see there 9 draws. If we managed to turn a few of those into wins as well, we'd be even more comfortable at the top. But 90 points is an exceptional tally for us. I think what we'll do is we'll say that's this episode. Next episode will be that Champions League final at the Amsterdam Arena, or rather the Johan Cruyff Arena, against Liverpool. Liverpool should not threaten us. They should not provide any fear for us. They're 8th in the league for a reason. They've lost 13 times, although not to us. They've lost 13 times this season. They are very beatable. We can do the damage. We can and will lift that Champions League crown. That's the idea. That's the hope. Believe it. I believe it. You should too. Thank you very much for watching today. Please do follow me at Knock It Wide on Twitter and like the video if you've enjoyed it. It's got to be worth a like for that Premier League win. To do it, I know we did it against lesser sides, but we sort of had to be professional. We had to be professional and see it through. So please do like the video and subscribe for far more content coming very soon. I'll talk to you again for that Champions League final. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.